The best pizza in America is in Phoenix, Arizona. From New York City to New Haven, Connecticut, we have waited in a lot of long lines for pizza. But they say the longest line in the country is here in Phoenix, and it's been that way for almost 30 years. People wait over 5 hours to try the pizza that pioneered the artisanal pizza movement, starred on Netflix, and has even been called the best pizza in the world. Today, we're trying Pizzeria Bianco. We just landed in Phoenix. We're heading to pick up our rental car and then going straight to Pizzeria Bianco. It opens at 11 and it's already 11. I have no idea what the lines are like these days, but I'm sure they'll be long, especially because it's a Saturday. But frankly, we need to try it no matter what it takes.
It's 12 o'clock. It took way longer at the airport than we expected, but we made it. Let's go see how long it's going to take to get in.
Pizzeria Bianco has 3 locations, 2 in Phoenix and 1 in Los Angeles. It was established in downtown Phoenix in 1988 by Chris Bianco. Born in the Bronx, Chris struggled with asthma as a kid, which forced him to spend a lot of time at home where he would watch his aunt cook. At 13, he got his first job in a pizzeria, and after dropping out of high school, learned how to make mozzarella at Mike's Deli on Arthur Avenue. In 1985, he won 2 plane tickets to anywhere in the country, and seemingly at random, chose to move to Phoenix. He started out selling mozzarella he made in his apartment to Italian restaurants around the city, and then got a job selling pizzas out of the back of a grocery store in 1988. The start of Pizzeria Bianco. From the beginning, he focused on using local ingredients, and it certainly paid off. He won a James Beard Award for Best Chef in the Southwest in 2003, and Outstanding Restaurateur in 2022. Many credit him with pioneering the artisanal pizza movement in the country. People attribute a lot of his success to the 2022 Netflix series Chef's Table, that opens with author and New York Times contributor Ed Levine saying,
"The best pizza in the world is made in Phoenix, Arizona."
And while lines after the show did hit 5 hours some days, I could find multiple articles from way back talking about waits over 3. This article is actually about Rachel Ray calling it the best pizza in America in 2010.
Well, we are already sitting. It's pretty busy, and I was definitely expecting there to be a wait, but apparently there was 1 table left and we snagged it. I really can't believe how quick this was. Good, because I am starving.
We're at the original Heritage Square location in downtown Phoenix, and the menu has barely changed since it opened. I believe all 6 pizzas were opening day offerings. The other locations have the same pizzas, but also have some additional things that you can't get here. We have to get the handmade mozzarella salad. If you've seen Chef's Table, you'll understand exactly why. We're seated in time for lunch, which basically means they swap out some of the antipastas for a few sandwiches. Those are very tempting, but we want to try as many of the pizzas as possible. We're going to be going with their marinara so that we get a good taste for their tomato sauce, the rosa, a white pizza with locally grown pistachios, and the Wiseguy, another white pizza that comes with fennel sausage. We just finished our pizza. I'm not going to spoil our thoughts or anything, but what goes better with pizza than ice cream? And we can enjoy this delicious ice cream a little more guilt-free because we're earning 3 times points with BILT.
BILT is a loyalty program that transforms your rent payments into valuable rewards.
We spend more on rent than anything else, even food. So it's crazy we weren't earning points on our largest monthly expense.
Even if you're not a renter, you can earn points on everyday spending like travel, dining, and other categories around your neighborhood, simply by linking any of your credit or debit cards to your BILT account. Rita's is one of the many restaurants part of BILT's neighborhood dining program, and it awards triple points on top of your typical credit card rewards.
So this ice cream is actually helping fund our next trip. BILT points are the most valuable and flexible points according to the Points Guy. You can transfer them to major airlines and hotels, or even use them towards your rent. BILT is totally free to join, and you don't even need to open a credit card. Sign up using the QR code right here or the link in the description to let BILT know we sent you. If you're already paying rent every month, don't let those points go to waste. Sign up for BILT today and start turning your rent into rewards.
It's pretty small in here. There's about like 10 to 15 tables. There are some tables outside, but I guess that's why it takes so long to get in. The other thing is the pizza oven takes up half the room. I love that it's right here and we can see them preparing our food, but it does take up like most of the space. This was an old machine shop built in 1927, and it's funny because I feel like you could definitely see that, and now it's almost like a pizza workshop. There's exposed brick, tall ceilings. I love how bright it is in here from the big windows. It's just beautiful. They just brought us some fresh bread and olive oil. I could see the loaves right over there. It looks so aesthetic on the counter like that. I have a feeling this is gonna be delicious. Oh my goodness. That olive oil has such a strong flavor, and this bread is so fresh. We're starting with the homemade mozzarella salad, which has olive oil on top, cherry tomatoes, and some basil. All right, let's try this. All those ingredients are so fresh, and when you put them all together, it's just incredible.
There is enough mozzarella on this plate to feed a large family. Here we go.
I don't know how we're gonna eat all that and 3 pizzas.
Any excuse to eat basically just straight mozzarella cheese is good with me. That is to die for. It's a little salty, tangy, kind of sweet too, and the pepper adds just like a touch of spice. Really good. I honestly don't think we're gonna have any trouble finishing this. And it's gonna pair great with this bread.
The texture is perfect too.
Yeah, it's a little springy. It's not wet. It's kind of like pillowy, I guess. It's my little like homemade bruschetta.
Wow, that looks so good.
My goodness, I could eat this every meal for the rest of my life. That did not last long. Our waiter said the best way to start is with the rosa, which comes with red onions, Parmigiano Reggiano, rosemary, and Arizona pistachios. I can certainly say I've never had anything like this before. Let's give it a try. That is incredible. You get this intense mix of like salty, earthy, nutty flavors. The pistachios give a crunch, the onions a little sweetness, and the rosemary adds a nice little earthiness. It's not all that smoky.
That crunch.
But it is cooked perfectly. I'm sure you could hear that crunch. It definitely has a sturdier, crispier undercarriage than your typical Italian-style pizza.
As we were passing the pizzas around, I got a whiff of this. It smells so good. But yeah, I've definitely never had pistachios on pizza either, so I am very excited to give this a try.
Also, it's like primarily pistachios. It's not even pistachios as a compliment.
Everything just works together so well. I have to say, it's much sweeter than I was expecting, and it's very onion forward with like a little bit of nuttiness.
I don't know why I was expecting it to taste like something totally different than just pistachios, but it really does taste like pistachios.
And they add such a nice crunch. Like, I really love the textures. And yeah, it's not as wet as I was expecting, but the undercarriage to me is perfect.
Next up is the Wiseguy, which also has onions, but you would not know that these are the same food. These are cut huge, and they're wood smoked. It also has fennel sausage and house smoked mozzarella. That looks to die for. Oh God, everybody's gonna kill me in the comments for folding this.
It looks like there's so much cheese on that. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that cheese pull. Pull it.
The overwhelming flavor on this is the smokiness. I think between the wood roasted onions and this smoked mozzarella, it really just has a strong smoky flavor. But it's also savory, you got a little umami in there. And the fennel sausage adds that unmistakable licoricey sweetness too. It's very interesting. I don't know if this is for everyone, but people who love smoky flavors like we do will absolutely love this.
I can't wait to try this one. I think this was the pizza I was most excited for.
You folded it too.
That really is so smoky, and it's the perfect complement to the sausage. The sausage flavor is absolutely unreal. I feel like you get all this earthiness from the sausage, and then the smokiness with the onions. It's just like everything works together so well, and the mozzarella seems so fresh. Like, you really get that cheese pull. It is absolutely delicious.
All right, we're finishing off with this marinara. We were actually planning on starting with this one, but our waiter told us that this one gets really hot, so it's best to let it cool for a couple minutes. It has tomato sauce, oregano, and garlic, and that's it. Let's give it a try. It is definitely floppier than the other two.
I'm gonna like that one. It looks so floppy. That's crazy. I love wet pizzas, so I think I'm gonna be a happy camper with that one.
That is good. Cooked completely different than the other two. It's definitely more on the floppy side. This one is all about the tomato sauce. It's actually very sweet, not too acidic. I love the little bite you get from the garlic and a little bit of that herbaceousness from the oregano. Again, it's not all that smoky or charred, but the crust on the back is like super crispy.
Should I ask how you think it compares to New Haven Ambiance?
I would have to say this is probably the most like modern, because it's way more like herb and spice forward than like a Sally's, which is more like sweet tomato sauce forward. But the crust is completely different than a New Haven Ambiance, so that's kind of hard to compare. But it is as floppy as Sally's was when we had it.
That one was so floppy. I love a wet pizza, and I love the tomato pies we had in New Haven, so I am very excited for this.
Also, one of the hostesses just came by and said this is her favorite pizza on the entire menu. It's all gone.
That is absolutely delicious. I love the flavor of oregano. I put it on everything. That's how much I love it. And you really taste it in this. You get a little bit of garlic. The crunch from the crust is perfect. The tomato sauce is so fresh and flavorful. I love this. You get a little bit of smoke. Really, really good.
But the interior doesn't have any crunch.
No, it's like super wet at first, and then like the more you go, the crunchier it gets, which I don't know, I really like. This way you get a little bit of both. Anyway, let's see how much of this pizza we can eat.
What an amazing first stop in Arizona. I am so glad we raced over here from the airport. There was no wait, the service was amazing, and the pizzas were outstanding. As cool as it would have been to have Chris Bianco cook our pizzas, Chef Felipe really hooked us up with some incredible pizza. If you've ever been to Pizzeria Bianco, we would love to know what you think of it. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.